Some say the creeks are haunted. Not by a frightening mythic phantom. This isn't a ghost story. Well, at least not how you would think. These waters have sanded stone beds carving curious routes since the valleys formed. Upon this ancient stone, countless generations have gathered to connect. Their stories were born of this water. John Fritts was an early settler on Richland Creek in Madison County, Arkansas. His wife's name was Jane. Their home was 1 1/2 miles above the village of Wesley. The names of their children were Henry, Preston, Alexander, Wright, George, William, Peter, Frank, Charlie, Elizabeth, and Mary. When the war broke out, John sympathized with the Union and was in turn killed. The account of his death was furnished me by Miss Mary Ann Fritts, a daughter-in-law of his. In the early part of the night of July 27, 1864, a party of men dashed up to the yard fence and dismounted. Some of the men ordered Fritz to come out into the yard. A sister of Fritz's wife named Elizabeth was there that night, and a man of the name of John Gwynn was also there. Fritz and Gwynn were upstairs asleep and the women were downstairs. There were none of the children home except the little ones. Not getting any answer, part of the men entered the house and made a search and found the two men in bed asleep. They woke them in a rough manner and ordered them both downstairs. They were reluctant about going, but understanding that they would be shot in the house if they did not go, they yielded to the demands of the murderers and were conducted downstairs. Miss Fritz and her sister pleaded in vain with the heartless men not to kill them. After getting outside of the yard, they took the two men into the woods a short distance from the house and shot them. The wife, bent in sorrow and grief, heard the report of the guns, and the woman and her sister, leaving the little children at the house, hurried through the darkness in their direction. They found the wicked men had fled after they had done their horrible work. Mr. Gwynn was dead and Fritz was unconscious and dying, but lived 2 hours after the arrival of his wife and sister-in-law. A heavy thunderstorm was approaching and the rain soon began to pour down. Bright flashes of lightning lit up the darkness at short intervals, followed by loud petals of thunder in quick succession. It was a night of horror and dread. Madison County, Arkansas, like all other sections of Northwest Arkansas, was bathed in blood during the Civil War days. The suffering of the people on both sides, federal and southern, was immense. War is fearful. It makes incarnate fiends out of men. The American people were taught a great lesson in our late war. May peace and goodwill prevail among all nations as long as time lasts, and every human being on the face of this earth ought to pray and work to that end.
Got a little hash going. Potato, sausage, onion, bell pepper. Let's see what the other guys are doing. Nick's running the Shasta Pioneer rooftop tent. What are these lights again, dude?
The hardcore?
Yeah.
From Adam? Okay.
Yeah. Those are super cool. Magnets?
They're so awesome. So yeah, you got the 3 settings. But I love that light for the summer with the bugs.
Oh yeah.
That's sweet.
And then what kind of food we got going on? Is that fried rice?
Got a little fried rice.
Oh yeah, a little chicken.
A little bit of knockout Chick-fil-A.
That's what I'm talking about. That's dope, guys. Looks so good.
It's a good night, that's for sure.
Yeah. This is James's 4Runner. Got the Desert Armor tent. Sweet LEDs. Oh yeah, check out this George setup. We're gonna look at Brian's Jeep, and I can't see anything now. This heater mounted to the side. That's cool. I like the way that's set up.
Big fancy, man.
The Rome tent. Jerry's on the back.
Meaty boy tires.
That's right. We're not gonna talk about how he broke a sway bar today. We're just gonna pretend like that didn't happen. Oh, he's got the fishing gear out. He's ready to roll in the morning. Yeah, that's cool. Hey Spencer, what kind of tent is this?
The Global Road Outdoors.
Oh yeah. So my buddy Adam from Overland sells their stuff.
James Bowie's company.
Yeah, dude, that's sweet. Okay, so I gotta ask, because I've seen this in a couple of your videos.
No spare?
Yeah, what's up with this?
So these Patagonias,
Yeah.
$932 on eBay for all 4 of them. And they're 37s, which if anyone that's running 37s know, you're looking at like $2,800 for a nice set of 37s for 4 of them.
Yeah.
3,200 like if you get 5.
Oh yeah. So super cheap.
Yeah, I wanted to test going 37s out with my 456 gears. And it was the cheapest way to do it, and I actually am really enjoying them.
They're chunky, man.
Yeah.
Love it. So the spare, what's the story?
You could
there?
only get them in 4, a quantity of 4. You couldn't pick 5, couldn't pick 6, couldn't pick 2 or 3. You had to buy 4 for that price.
Yeah.
And I wasn't about to buy another 4.
There you go.
And so I keep saying, oh man, I'm gonna buy just like what somebody else's spare off Facebook Marketplace. I've just been lazy and haven't done it.
So if you get a flat, what you can do is take the flat tire off, put it on the nice wheel, and then still have a flat.
Yes.
Oh, is this gas?
It is gas.
Dude, that's
10
cool.
gallons, yep. And you just siphon it out and it actually works really well. And it's
I love that. Yeah, so super cool spot. We'll drop a link in the description with the guy for where we are. You guys come check it out. We were gonna go to a different spot, but we had to change it because it was taken. But we got a little hash going over here. It's gonna be good. Nice night. Excited to be out here with all the guys. I'll check back in the morning. I've got some serious bedhead. Just got up and came down here by the creek. It's so pretty out here. Everyone else is still asleep in their tents, so the plan is to get everything packed up and then hit some more trails. But man, I mean, waking up to this doesn't get much better. Two nights ago, after a few hours of foraging the web, I stumbled upon the story of Fritts. I still can't shake it. It's had me looking at this creek in a whole new way. Just thinking about the people who hunted, farmed, and lived their lives in these hills, it really adds a depth to coming out here. Something a camera alone can't capture. I love the overland lifestyle, but it's not all game, fish, tents, and beer.
Beneath the trails we follow rest the remnants of triumph and tragedy, most of which is buried in the soil without a Miss Fritts to tell their stories. It's the kind of thing that makes you pause and feel a subtle reverence. 150 years ago, a southern Madison County man took a moral stance, knowing it was a threat to his own life. He voiced support for the Union without relocating or hiding and paid the ultimate price. Why isn't this in our history books? I ask, but I think I know. The fact is, Fritts lived an otherwise unimpressive life. I'm talking super vanilla, run-of-the-mill normal. He married, held a job, raised a family, went to church, basic stuff. He didn't invent anything of interest. He didn't write any lasting literature or music. The man simply worked the land and followed his conscience. Maybe that's our problem. We don't place enough value on the mundane. We're so overwhelmed with leading, bleeding news, heroes and villains, politics or otherwise, that we tend to overlook stories of consistent, honest work and conviction. At its best, this social media highlight reel of perfect moments, filters, and fake smiles has us all wondering if the grass really is greener anywhere but where we are. And at its worst, this FMO culture breeds discontentment that can make you swell into a deep depression, even question your own worth. They say being in nature can help ease depression. I wonder how much of that is helped by the stories the land still holds. I think it's time we start celebrating the John Fritts of this world. Let's tell their stories. As another journey comes to a close, I'm left feeling thankful. Thankful for new routes and new friends. Thankful for the memory of Fritts and Gwen. Thankful that these old stories, like ghosts of the Piney, can rise from the current, take the helm, and aim us home.
All right, guys, that's all for this one. Thanks so much for watching. Had a great time coming out here with Nick and James, Brian, guy that I met in Oklahoma last weekend. If you haven't seen that video, I'll put a link right here. And then also Spencer from Diamond State Off-Road. Just a great trip getting out. I've actually camped in this area before in the very first video I did, the Stuck in the Ozarks video, and I'll put that link in here as well. But never come back to this spot since that video. So super cool getting out here with the water and the snow melting, and man, it's just a great weekend to be out. If you're enjoying what we're doing on the channel, I'd appreciate a like and a subscribe. And just thanks for coming along with us on this trip. More importantly, remember, the more you camp, the less deer aliens abduct.